Lights.
Okay, I'll call the meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll have roll call, please.
Fowler,
Yes.
Selby,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Pellicet,
Yes.
Mayor Heath.
Yes. And we have no city manager or city attorney tonight, so we're on our own. Citizen comments. First, I think we'll have Patricia Hockert. And if you'd come up to the microphone, you won't hear your own voice, but it's for the
I think I'm loud.
it's for the CD. So
Mr. Mayor, City Council members, and Mr. Hill, who's not here, thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak. I moved back to Morris last year to provide care and support for my 96-year-old mother, who is dependent upon a walker and can only walk a short distance. She made a hair appointment at Visible Changes on March 14th for 3 p.m. that day. Because it had snowed the night before, I was unable to park on Atlantic Avenue as the snow blocked the parking spaces, so there was no option for her to get in the front door. I then proceeded to the back parking lot and had to lift my mother up 2 4-inch stairs just to get her in the back of the building. I just lost my spot. And I was a bit shocked to find there was only one poorly marked handicap parking spot in the back lot. I then began to really look around Morris and found a good number of businesses that did not provide any handicap parking at all. I called Blaine Hill on March 28th to report the issue, and he advised that this was the first that he had ever heard of this. I've also asked a lot of other folks, and they've actually said no one's ever complained about the handicap parking in Morris, so that's not to be a slight against Mr. Hill. And he shared with me that he wasn't sure about the parking spaces behind the Visible Changes to 2 parking spots, who was responsible for handicap parking because it's leased from the railroad. So he wasn't sure if it was the railroad or Morris. I reached out to the railroad and received an email from Lydia Underdahl stating that Morris is responsible for providing handicap parking in those 2 lots. I also reached out to the Council of Disability and was informed via phone that leaving snow on Main Street for an entire day was not a good idea, especially if it denies access to individuals with disabilities. David Fenley phone number information is on this packet that I'm about to give you. From there, I spoke to Todd Grungle, who's an engineer with the Minnesota Department of Transportation. He shared via phone that there are 4 blocks on Atlantic Avenue, Main Street, that should have handicap parking, and he also said that he felt the state was in error on that by not realizing that. He too was also very concerned about the snow being left on Main Street until it could be cleared out that night. The state of Minnesota will be contacting the city to implement this handicap parking spaces on Atlantic Avenue. Also attached are 2 other documents from the ADA website, which outline the guidelines for handicap parking in Minnesota Accessibility Code Summary. Here's a list of locations that should have proper handicap parking. I'm only listing the areas I believe that are responsible for the city of Morris. And the other thing, I wish everyone in here to, next time you're driving around town, take a look at the handicap parking. Some just have the